Nothing else when you look at the first part, when you're looking at the collusion part of this investigation, it looks like a damning account of a wildly successful Russian influence operation from start to finish. I mean, just now we can consistently see all in one place. Flynn, you know, they were talking to him about sanctions relief, it seems like, and Trump Jr. with WikiLeaks, Manafort with Kilimnik sharing polling data repeatedly and talking about the campaign, Kislyak and Page, you know, at the RNC, we have people there, and then a platform change, and then a peace plan essentially floated, or a reset of Russian-U.S. relations floated through Kushner into Tillerson. You just look at this, and it was wildly successful. The idea of Russian influence operations in this is, let's reset foreign policy relations with the United States in a way that we are getting everything we want. And they were pursuing that on multiple fronts. I think the other part, though, that we just have to look at is, in the president's actions, whether he was going to the D&I codes, whether he was going out to Admiral Rogers, when he's dealing with FBI Director Comey, he keeps bringing up this pressure that you need to go out publicly and say that I'm innocent because I need to work out, or I need to reset relations with Russia. Let's think about this. This was March now of 2017, March and April. We had just come out of an election where we know the Russians had interfered with it. They had targeted our systems with hacks. It's very detailed in this. They had used influence operations and even sent the Russian trolls out here to do reconnaissance as early as 2014. And why would we go and try and reset relations? It doesn't make any sense. And I think the last part is this is entirely self-inflicted, because the president in many ways would not listen to his advisors. Very consistently, his advisors told him, you should not do the following things. You should not reach out and pressure Rogers. You should not reach out and pressure Coates or Pompeo. You should stop calling the FBI director and inviting him to private dinners. And what did he do every time? He pushed it one more time. So when he talks about a witch hunt, this is not a witch hunt. This is something that is entirely of the president's creation, because he lacks the discipline and self-control to do what his advisors have told him to and to do the right thing. And I think ultimately when we look at that guilty conscience, I think you were talking to Frank about before, what does this come to? Why did he see the need to do these things? Is that he was worried about being investigated. And why was he worried? If we look through that same report, what do we see? He was lying about Trump Tower in Moscow. He was probably nervous about that coming back up, because he had said all during the campaign, I have nothing to do with Russia. And at the same point about the knowingly, reaching out to Russia, if he did not knowingly want to coordinate or did not want to be working with Russia, why did he stand on that stage in Florida and say, Russia, have you got those emails? That is where that interview that Frank was talking about, if Director Mueller, Special Counsel Mueller now cannot go and interview the president, he can't know, hey, did the president really know what he was doing when he was reaching out to Russia? Why? What was his intent when he kept calling all these people to say, can you go out publicly and try and clear my name or erase this cloud? We don't know those things because Director Mueller did not get to go all the way and actually interview the president.
Wow, that was